And how we doing? Week 6, COMM 3370, communicating through social media. Hey, we've talked about general stuff and ethics and, kind of where you go from the beginnings. And now these last 3 weeks, we're getting down into it. Advertising, next week, analytics. And then the week after that, something that is huge on everybody's mind to round out our 8-week class, artificial intelligence. It's fun. It's cool. And it is the future. So let's talk about advertising. Social media advertising is a billion-dollar industry now. And just not even like 20 years, it's gone from nothing to one of the most profitable forms of advertising that there is. And we use artificial intelligence with it. We can pinpoint an exact person at an exact location on an exact app that we want now. It's wild. It's wild. It's crazy. In the beginning, it was just like, oh, okay, I'm going to advertise and I'm just going to put this up and it's just going to get randomized and with other ads and show everybody in the news feed. Well, those days are long over. I tell students this all the time that, everybody is so assumptive. They go, oh, social media, it's free. I do that. But in order to really sustain it, be profitable, and to use it to its fullest and most enhanced amount, you have to advertise on social media. Now, you don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, you literally can boost a post, or you can spend $100 on a social media ad that's going to run for the next couple months. It just depends. And both work today, and both are absolutely positively a thing. Advertising, we're so used to advertising on television, radio, newspaper, like magazines. But now think about it. Almost everything we see online has some type of an ad with it. If it's free, I would almost guarantee 98% of the time there's some type of advertising or ad associated with it today. And you can go on. I'm going to talk just about social media, but there's digital advertising, there's Google ads, there's Bing ads, there's geofencing, geo-targeting. There's so many different ways, CPC, cost per click ads, spread out your money over days. The possibilities now with digital advertising are absolutely endless. Okay? And again, like I was saying at first, it was kind of the Wild West and they were just throwing them out there. But now, with the advent of technology and software and people figuring this out, you're like, okay, I want to target this person that collects flower vases in the Indianapolis area that's between the age of 25 and 45. And you can get that. It's wild. It's kind of cool. But just because you throw something out there, just like other advertising nowadays, we're getting kind of used to it. And we do see some ads. Some ads we just glance over or click through or flip through, and most people know that that's just part of the course, on social media today, you are going to be, introduced, or you're going to be shown some form of advertising, no matter what platform that you are on. So what are the big ones, I would say? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat. All of these platforms all now advertise. And they have native advertising platforms, or you can get things like software like Hootsuite or HubSpot or Constant Contact or Salesforce, and you can get software that helps do this now, okay? And you have to know your demographic. I mean, yeah, who are you talking to? I mean, not every platform, you don't have to be like, oh, I got to be on everything, is relevant to you and your audience. And we've talked about that throughout these weeks. You have to know who you are communicating with, and you have to communicate with them the way they want and need to be communicated to on social media. All right. So I can attach now a little piece of code to a website, and anyone that comes to that website, if they're not locked down, or if they don't have their sharing stopped, or like cookies not enabled, we can literally get their information. We can get their IP, we can see where they're at, we can see any information associated with their IP, we can get their email address that they have on account as well. And then we can send stuff to them. Have any of you experienced this where you've gone somewhere, like a website, and then all of a sudden you get an email or you get a DM and it just kind of follows you and it's there? And we can do that. I mean, we can even do, again, I was talking about the geofencing. We can target people to an exact location. Previously, when I worked with a hospital system, I targeted a competitor's hospital system's waiting rooms to talk about us. So when all those people were in that hospital's waiting rooms, they were getting advertisements for the hospital that was across the street, which was the one that I was doing my data for. Refreshing. All right. But, like I said, we scroll through, we see these things, but it's all about the content. Content is king. You have to have the right... Man, I got a frog in my throat now. I'm sorry. I didn't until I started talking. Content is everything today. And you have to take that content and you have to match it with your people. And you all understand that. And besides, even with content, the other thing I want to tell you, have the good content, have the good imagery, but you have to have videos. Videos are the most prevalent and the easiest way to capture someone today. Now, don't have video with music playing or something like that. That just annoys people. You don't want that. You don't need to go there. But have something that showcases your product or your person or your service, that that 35-year-old female that works a 9-to-5 job is going to love your brand or your product. And social media, you can buy anything on social media now. So I'm not talking just about ads and advertising. I'm telling you, you can advertise on social media, then right on Facebook or Instagram, people can shop and purchase your items. You can connect things like that. It's that simple now. And it's working. As every year goes on, we see more and more and more and more millions and millions and millions of dollars spent online. And the pandemic highly pushed that forward. It really fast-tracked and accelerated how we as a culture in the entire world, the globe, utilize this digital media. It's crazy. But it is the way. It is the future. There's a reason that malls aren't doing so well, brick and mortar stores. People are appreciating the fact that they can sit at home, order whatever they like, and have it sent to them. Now, along with this, be ethical. We were just talking about that last week. Don't do things that, privacy, misinformation, being biased in your algorithms. And be transparent. Be accountable. Follow the advertising rules of the platforms that you're on. Okay? So, with that, if you do that and you establish this relationship, you'll see that your ads might work. Your ads within each one of the platforms, might, sell something. One platform might work really well. One platform might not work as good, but that's okay. And that's why next week we're talking about analytics, why you have to look at your analytics, why you have to see what is good, what's bad, when are you posting, what time of day, what time of night. It's all right there. So, in conclusion, I'll say this: AI is only going to get more and more and more relevant, and this will be more and more automated advertising, and you'll see more and more tailored advertising. The most recent update to the iPhone, apps would automatically track you so they could advertise with you, and they could get your data, and they could, make trends and, push different things your direction. So now on an iPhone with the new iOS update, every single one that comes up, it says, this app tracks you across other websites. Do you want to allow or don't allow? And you can pick and choose. It's an interesting time we live in, and the whole digital part of this will continue to evolve. So it's something that I pay attention to constantly on a daily, weekly basis, and I do my readings and check my blogs on it. So you never know when the next great platform that's going to be able to sell or advertise, and you're like, man, I got to get on that. I have to do that. That's like perfect for my demographic. And things will continue to change. So that's your quick 180 in the clouds overview of social media advertising. Check out the file in the files folder in Canvas, and I will see you next week again. This is week 6. We have 2 weeks left. Analytics. So you've done all this stuff. How do you know if it works or not? And then to round off our 8-week course will be artificial intelligence. And it is here, and it is here in a big way. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Keep on keeping on. I'll see you next week. Bye.